Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. So look at today's video session. Here we go. Yeah. So today video is special, man. Special, special, special. We are talking about the legendary man himself. Do you know who I'm talking about? Yu Suzuki. Yeah, Yu Suzuki. The guy who's bringing us Shenmue HD Remaster Edition. The thing that is bundled with Vanquish and Bayonetta game, and also the forthcoming Shenmue 3. But this video is not about Shenmue. I don't do much Shenmue videos. There isn't enough information about the game, so it's not very exciting. What a lot of people are doing, they're gathering a lot of information on Shenmue, but I don't think there's any kind of any trailer, screenshots, even any video footage. That's why I don't tend to do Shenmue at all. It's a bit slow on that side, what Yu Suzuki's doing. Anyway, I'm concerned with some of the big classics that Yu Suzuki is ignoring. He's just keep on focusing on Shenmue 3. But I'm not saying that focusing on Shenmue 3 is bad. It's a good thing because it's been such a long time that Shenmue 2 was released way back on the Sega Dreamcast. We all remember the amazing Sega console, which was, given to us a long time ago. You're gonna believe this, but still, there's some support that some games are still producing on there. If you keep on looking, you will find some games on it. Do some Google search. Sega Dreamcast is still producing some games, but they're not made by Sega themselves or their own developers. It's some kind of other developers who are doing this. Anyway, if you remember Shenmue, well, we all know this. On Sega Mega Drive, there was a game called Super Hang-On. Boy. That was one of the best motorbike racing game ever. It just was, man. Classic. Good gameplay, man. Why was there never a new version on this game? I am talking about Super Hang-On. Everyone loved the damn game. You remember Mega Games? He used to be in there as well, didn't he? Yeah, he used to be in there. Mega Games 1. I remember that game. Oh my god. So many people played on the Sega Mega Drive. Mega Games 1. Yu Suzuki. What are you doing? Why didn't you bring this game back? We did get a game called Manix TT Superbike, something like that. The game was terrible. But I'm not on about that game. We really wanted a game on Super Hang-On, but we never ever got one. Why was this classic game left only on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis? Why didn't it come on the other consoles? Why? Why Suzuki? Why? Why did you ignore it? That's crazy. The game was great. Oh man. I don't know what to say about this guy. It was a great motorbike game. It doesn't just stop there, right? It carries on. It was one of them kind of games there where you got a time at the top and then you're racing away, aren't you? So you're racing against the clock with checkpoints. The more checkpoints you get, the more time you'll get in the game. The quicker you get to them checkpoints, the better the time was. That's how the game played. It was a really, really good fun game, man. Another racing game was an arcade racer called Daytona USA. This game appeared on Sega Saturn. It's pretty good on it. And then it came on the Sega Dreamcast. Oh my blimey. How long has it been since it's been on the Dreamcast? Way too long. The last version of this game appeared on the Sega Dreamcast in 2001. It didn't come after that. What is going on? Why didn't it come after? Daytona USA has some crazy music, man. And ultimate racing action. He was one of the finest arcade racer you can ever play. He was ignored. To this day, from 2001, it's ignored. Didn't come in 2002, 2003, 2004, whatever. We are in year 2018. How many years is that? So 2002, 2003, 2004. These are so many years. So from 2001, that was the last version which appeared. And 2002 onwards, we got nothing. So from 2002 to 2018, we didn't get anything. Empty. So that is so many amount of years. This man's not concentrating. He's literally ignoring everything, really. He always makes big years. Big years. Big. I don't know why. Daytona US has been there for quite a long time. Yu Suzuki, my man. What are you doing? You are ignoring big racing games. It carries on. Ferrari F355 challenge. Blimey! When did we get the last game on that? It's something like 2000. Something like 2001. Again, it's the same thing. It appeared on the Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast. Then it appeared on some other consoles, which came after the Dreamcast. But what was in that game, which came on another console? It's the same game, right? But you can see the car in it now. But it didn't give us a new game, did it? So it's just the same game again. We expect to have a brand new Ferrari game. Why is Yu Suzuki ignoring this real-time racing simulator thing? This game is amazing. That game had to be mastered because it wasn't easy to play. This Yu Suzuki needs to focus on these games, man. Because Ferrari Challenge was an amazing game. Because he was saying that he makes games on real life and he actually owned this car. He He actually owned this car, and that's why he made a game on it. Why did he make one of each of these games? I don't get it. Daytona has been just on Saturn and Dreamcast. That's it. Ferrari Challenge is another game which is being ignored. This is bad. Very bad. Another game is the big classic from the arcades. Outrun. Okay, we got Outrun 1 and 2 on the consoles. And we got Outrun 2006 Coast on the PC. That game's made in 2006. Something like that. But it says 2006 in there. The game's pretty old. This game was, believe me, had stunning graphics. Gameplay was outstanding. But why wasn't there another version of this game as well? Okay, he went beyond than the other games. This game is newer than the other racing games it produced. Yu Suzuki has produced quite a lot of racing games. Big games, aren't they? But they literally are ignored. He's focusing just on Shenmue right now. But if you look at Shenmue, it's been 15 odd years. 16 years or something like that. Why has he been doing all them years? Sleeping? Bored? Ignoring? That's terrible. Come on, you had all them years. You could have made some of them games. And you bring Shenmue at a very later stage as well. He's very lucky he got the audience for Shenmue 3. Otherwise that game could have been ignored. Seems to me there's a lot of demand for that game. There's always been. For that particular game. He's done that loads of times. Trigger. That was another of them Sega Dreamcast games. 4-player multiplayer game was good, man. Trigger was one of them games that you want to keep on playing. It's just so good fun, man. I played that game tons of times. I actually quite enjoyed Trigger. But why only one version of the game? It never came back ever again. Ignored. Then, on multi-platforms, we got the 3D Fighter, Virtu Fighter. We got Virtu Fighter 3 TB on the Sega Dreamcast. Then we got Virtu Fighter 4 on PlayStation 2. Then we got Virtu Fighter 4 Evolution, PlayStation 2. Then we got Virtu Fighter 5 on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Where is Virtu Fighter 6? Now we could have got Virtu Fighter 6 on the PC in 4K Ultra HD. Talk about 4K or PC. Then I ain't talking about the game at all. It's literally ignored. Imagine making a new Virtu Fighter game. It would be totally insane, man. Instead, these characters like Sarah Bryant, Pai Chun, Jackie Bryant, and Akira appeared in Terror 5 last round. 4 characters from Virtu are coming in that game. Believe it or not, Terror 5 last round has stunning graphics, and you know what? These Virtu Fighter characters looked amazing. The way they moved, they were fluid, the 3D was outstanding thanks to Tecmo. I don't think Sega, right, Yu Suzuki has even got that far. If we look at his games, they've been on older hardware. Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, Sony PlayStation 2, Sony PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. These are old hardware. And that's why the game graphics went stunning. If we look at all these Virtua Fighter games, none of them moved great in 3D. None of them did. I'm not saying they're bad, but if you look at the smoothness, the way it rotates in 3D in Delta last round, it's not good as that. The way they move in that game, every single character in that game is amazing. Virtua Fighter has never gone that far. Look how good the Delta 5 is in terms of movements, fluidness, and the movement in 3D. Virtua Fighter has never looked that good. Yu Suzuki needs to learn a lot from Tecmo. Not insulting him, but he needs to learn quite a lot. If we look at the movements of Virtua Fighter 3 TB, right, and we look at the PlayStation 2 version of Virtua Fighter 4 and Evolution, it was utter crap. They looked by far the funniest 3D movements I have ever seen. Then we got these games on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. It looked a bit better than PS2, but still, the quality of Sega Dreamcast was better. The way it was moving in 3D. So the Virtua Fighter game, which came in the forthcoming consoles, wasn't very good. Seems to be Virtua Fighter hardware was struggling on other consoles. They kept on coming, but they weren't great games. Not in terms of gameplay or modes, I'm talking about the movement. The movement wasn't good as a Dreamcast. The only game, right, which ever beat Virtua Fighter 3 TB in terms of 3D movements was Delta 5 last round. I'm saying that because the Virtua Fighter characters when appeared in that game. The Virtua Fighter characters what appeared in that game was a very good idea. And it was quite impressive. But in the forthcoming consoles, He didn't cook the mustard. It looked awful, man, awful. You don't want to look at it. You want to look at the game, you want to play, that's fine. But I'm thinking the way the 3D was moving, man. God, gosh, he means awful. I think the Sega Saturn version, Dreamcast, were fine. Anything after that was awful. I think it can be that for that reason that they didn't produce any more games. Because if we look at the Sony PlayStation 2 Virtu 4, just take a lot of movement. It's just deadly. It's awful, man. The arcade version of that game, right? The way it moved is fabulous. Trust me, take a look at it. If you look at the PlayStation 2 version, the how he was moving in 3D, it's pathetic, man. You need to see the arcade version. If you ever see Virtu 4 in the arcades, take a look at it. It was a good game. I think out of all the Virtua Fighter games, one of the finest Virtua Fighter games I have ever played was Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. Believe me, that game was good. It was quite good on PS2 as well. Even it's on old hardware with low resolution. Looked a bit blurry. But the game's quality, man. The game's really, really impressive. It was one of the finest Virtua Fighter games you will ever play. Obviously, Dead Alive 5 is not a Virtua Fighter game, but still, it had some of them characters in there, which was good. So I think you, Suzuki, should consider to make movements like Dead Alive last round and produce Virtua Fighter 6. Bring in the arcades first, and then bring it to the PC. We need that. Come on, if we can get Shenmue HD Remastered Edition and Shenmue 3 on the PC, 4K HD, why can't we get Virtua Fighter 6? We should get the game. Another game which appeared on Sega Saturn. It was a 3D fighter. Fighting Vipers. And then it came on the Sega Dreamcast. Fighting Vipers 2. Yu Suzuki. What is going on? It didn't come after that. Was the Virtua Fighting Vipers 2 a bad game? The reviews were saying that. In a sense, it wasn't. It moved fabulous. Wow. In 3D, man. It was automatic 3D. The movements, man, wow. The fluidity of the game was amazing, man. It was an incredible game compared to Sega Saturn. It was a better game than Sega Saturn. The problem with the Dreamcast version, all the mods were saying, it didn't bring anything new to the game. That's why the reviews weren't that good on the game. But if you wanted better graphics, better movements, 60 FPS, it had all that. Sega Saturn could never do that. No chance. This gets more quality here in terms of them features I'm telling you about. But in terms of giving new modes, new characters, That wasn't there. That was a shame. Yu Suzuki rushed the game. I can't believe Yu Suzuki will do something like that. Usually Yu Suzuki games aren't bad. They're pretty good. He's a master. He's produced one of the finest games you will ever see. Believe me. He's one of the best developers. The way I'm looking at it. One developer producing that many games. Isn't that amazing? I swear, man. Come on, Yu Suzuki. Give us Virtu 6 and Fighting Vipers 3. Man, bring the game, man. Bring it on. Yu Suzuki is a legend, you know. You don't believe me? I can produce. I can prove it. Not produce. Prove it. There's another game, right? Which is a Sega Saturn. No way. You know what game that was? It was the ultimate fighting game ever made. It was in the Sega Saturn, you know. Fighters Mega Mix. This game was crazy. You know what the hell was in this game? Right. Virtua Fighter Kids. Normal Virtua Fighter characters. The Hornet car from Daytona, USA. Fighting Vipers. This game had it all. It had everything in there what you wanted in there. Everything was in there. There was tons of characters and modes. I remember when the game had reviews, there were stunning reviews. Do you know what some of the guys gave this game? 95%, 96%, 98%. Some people really give you 100%. You can't really give a game to 100%. This game was one of the best fighting game, man. In that year, 32-bit games console. It was one of the best game that no one can touch. No way. Why didn't this game come on Sega Dreamcast? Oh man, we could have played this as like an emulator or something. Fighters Mega Mix 2. Oh boy, Yu Suzuki. What are you doing? Give us Fighters Mega Mix 2. Please bring the game. Bang, bang, bang. Warrior! Akira style. Mata, right? All the dialogues he used to make. He was amazing, wasn't he? Hola! He was amazing, wasn't he? Oh yeah! He was incredible. Akira was amazing. I heard that the forthcoming game, Shenmue 3, will have Akira. That's what they're saying. He might be in the dojo. Come on, Rohazuki versus Akira. Yeah. So both of these guys, did you know Rohazuki from Shenmue is using the moves from Akira? Huh? He's doing lots of Akira moves. Amazing, isn't it? So he's doing a lot of his moves. So the game does make a lot of sense that we're getting Shenmue HD Remaster. Because I did think that the Sega Dreamcast emulator was struggling to play both the Shenmue games. They both had problems in it. So I think it's good we get to replay Shenmue 1 and 2 in HD with better controls and graphics options. This will be all in the PC version, maybe not in the consoles, what I've been saying. So I think there's a lot of games that Yu Suzuki can make. I do think he should focus on 2 games really badly. Fighting Vipers 3. Why say that? Because Fighting Vipers 2 has been there a long time ago on the Sega Dreamcast. We need that game back. We need to see what that game can really do. And the Ultimate Fighting Paradise Fighters Megamix 2. We also need that as well. Bring that back, man, that game. Show us what it can do. I do say that. So, Yu Suzuki's got a lot of classics like Super Hang-On, Daytona USA, Ferrari F355 Challenge, Outrun, Virtu Fighter, Fighting Vipers, Fighters Megamix. Yeah, so there's a lot of games that he can focus on. Okay, it's good thing that we're going to get Shenmue HD Master. If you want to replay that game, get this game because this game's probably coming out soon. It's all over the YouTube. This game is Shenmue HD Remastered Edition's coming. They're saying that it's bundled with Vanquish and Bayonetta with extra features and options and all that. So you can buy that like that. And watch out for the forthcoming Shenmue 3. This will be the ultimate action adventure game. So hope this has been quite informative. What I've been saying about Yu Suzuki's classics that is produced in the past. I hope he will bring some of these games back and entertain us once again. Just in the times of Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, and these old arcade games. Okay, give your likes, comments, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.